Hello students, I am Dr. Deepak Koche, working as Professor, Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola, Maharashtra. I am welcoming you all in a video lecture presentation series on plant ecology. Today's is the 8th lecture and the title is Ecological Adaptations in Plants, and we are going to see its overview, not in detail. We will see its overview, and then we will see one by one what are the different types of adaptations shown by the plants growing in different habitats or different ecological conditions. Now we are aware about that this adaptation is an evolutionary process whereby an organism becomes better able to live in a particular type of habitat or given environmental conditions. Okay, this another term is the adaptedness. This adaptedness is the state of being adopted. Okay, so it is the degree to which an organism is able to live and reproduce in a given set of habitat or environmental condition. It is called as its adaptedness. In general, this adaptation is a physical or behavioral characteristics of an organism that helps an organism to survive better in the given surrounding environmental conditions. Okay. Here I had tried to pictorize different types of ecological conditions and the organisms in that particular conditions. So in general, the types of adaptations, there are three different types of adaptations: structural adaptations shown by organisms, behavioral adaptations and physiological adaptations. Again, these structural adaptations can be morphological adaptations or anatomical adaptations. Okay, so whatever adaptations or whatever change, whether it may be a morphological, anatomical, behavioral or physiological, that change when transmitted from one generation to the another generation, it is called as the adaptation. Okay, now what exactly is the thing, what this polar bear need to live in the polar region? Okay, because it has to survive in snowy condition, okay, on the icebergs and in cold climate. So if the polar bear is having certain structural changes, like it has the thick fur, okay, so these things are nothing but the adaptations. Okay, the cactus growing in desert condition, okay, cactus growing in desert condition, it may it is having the ability to store water because it is the need of that particular condition. If the plant want to grow in the desert condition, it must have to store the water, or it must have to reduce the loss of water. Okay, so it store the water. So likewise, these are nothing but the adaptations. Okay, the next one, the structural adaptations involve the physical features of an organism that helps them to survive in the specific type of environmental conditions, given environmental conditions. These may be either external changes or may be internal changes, that is the anatomical changes. Okay, whatever is suitable to that particular organism to live better in the given set of environmental condition, those changes, either it may be morphological or it may be anatomical, they are called as the structural adaptations. The another one is the behavioral adaptation. This is the change that affect the behavior of an organism. This could be caused due to the change in the surrounding environment or due to the actions of other species. For example, mostly in the forest areas, the rabbit freezes if it feels that it has been seen by certain predator. So this is nothing but the behavioral adaptation which is shown by the rabbit. Okay, another one, the physiological adaptations. Like structural adaptations, the physiological adaptations also involve physical changes in the species. However, these physiological adaptations are not always seen in organisms' appearance. This type of adaptation can be either due to change in environment or due to the behavioral change in other species. Okay. Now coming towards the theory behind these adaptations. So this theory of adaptation was proposed by Charles Darwin. It is also called as the survival of fittest theory. It states that organisms that is able to adapt in a changing environment will survive. The rest will be eliminated. This is known as survival of fittest. That means in a given conditions, given changing conditions, those organisms which adapt to those changing conditions, they will survive and the rest will be die. According to this adaptation theory, there are different changes that takes place when the habitat change. If the habitat for a particular organism change, or if there is change in environmental conditions, there may be certain changes. The first one is the habitat tracking. You know what is habitat tracking? This is when a species finds another similar environment to which it has inhabited before. If it is quite possible that that particular organism may found the similar habitat which that particular organism has inhabited earlier. Okay. Extinction. When a species is unable to find such an environment which is suitable to that particular organism, then it dies or become extinct. So it is called as the extinction. It is simple. If the changing environmental conditions are not suited, or if that particular organism is not coping to the changing environmental condition, in such condition it may die, and that is called as the extinction. Okay. And the another one is the genetic change. This occurs when the organism with slight genetic change are better adapted to changing habitat, with better access to resources and mating partners. So sometimes the organisms may do certain minor changes in their genetic composition and get adapted to the changing environmental conditions and get more access to the available resources and mating partners. So this happens usually during the course of evolution. Now we have to see what exactly is the importance of this adaptation. Now generally, adaptation is essential for the survival of living organisms. It has been proved that if the living organisms has to survive, it must have to adopt the given environmental condition as well as changing environmental conditions. Okay. Animals and plants which are unable to adapt to changing environmental conditions, that may die or may extinct in the due course of evolution. These adaptations are the result of genetic change. The organisms that survive pass on this mutated gene to their offsprings, and this is called as the natural selection. Okay. In most of the cases, what the adaptation has been found, that there is certain minor change in their genome, and that change is further carry forward to the their offsprings, generation to the generation, and that is called as the natural selection also. These adaptations make it possible for a variety of creatures to thrive on planet Earth. Now this is very essential for surviving on this planet. It is necessary to adopt the changing environmental conditions. Now at the end, we could conclude that all the living organisms undergo specific changes according to the environmental conditions or the changing environmental conditions or the surroundings where they have to live. Okay, now these changes done, or these environmental changes may result into the change in their morphology, anatomy and physiology, and later it becomes permanent or get adopted to sustain life in a given specific set of environmental conditions. Okay, so this is the unique process of evolution. Everywhere it is occurring, and it occurring in every moment. So in this lecture I had tried to explain what exactly is the adaptation is, and how the organisms get adapted to the changing environmental conditions. Friends, we will meet soon in the next lecture of this video lecture presentation series. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.